Hello, am I speaking with Seun Obisesan? I was just wondering, your last exam paper that you've written. I was just wondering, what were you trying to write on that second page? I couldn't read your handwriting properly, so I said I should give you a call so you can explain because I'm marking your paper right now. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. You know that's not going to happen, right? If you write your final exam, maybe for your year 1 or year 2, 3, 4, the examiner is not going to ring you to say, I couldn't read your handwriting properly. Can you explain to me what you're trying to say? For those of you with terrible handwriting, let's take it back to the basic. If you are the type that whenever you write, you cannot even read your own handwriting, can we talk, please? Hello, warriors. How are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Seun Obisesan. And today, I just want to talk about handwriting practice. I remember years ago, my dad, God bless my dad. He's still alive though, God bless him. God keep him longer. He will call us and say we should write from a newspaper or sort of, it doesn't really make sense at that time. And he'll be saying, can you read what you wrote? Can you read that? What is this? What is that? Oh, write it this way. And it always seems like a torture because why are we writing irrelevant things? We don't even need these things. Until maybe later on in life when people will say, oh, your handwriting looks nice. Oh, your handwriting looks nice. I'll be like, well, it's nice. But I'll never think back to my dad to say, oh, because of that man. But recently, I was just thinking, sometimes when my children write things and they bring it to me, I was like, what is this? I can't read this. And I started saying to them, okay, maybe if you're still in primary school, secondary school or something, if you have your own teacher, they might come to you to say, oh, what are you doing here? Can you explain more? But as a youth, like let's say you are in the university, you are 18, you're 19, and there's external examiners. Like I know that the final year exam is usually in May, if I'm not mistaken. With COVID, a lot of things have changed, but majority of third level students will still go through their exam in May. Your own lecturer might not even know who the examiner will be. They will not call you to say, what were you trying to say? Your handwriting could put you in a very difficult position. So it's never too late to practice them. Let me show you something. Does your handwriting look like this? Come on. Let's say, for example, you are the type that likes to write. I know my own handwriting is very tiny. Let's say you write buying here. And then on the second line, you writing selling. If your handwriting is so bad and you kind of went like that with your Y, that's tangled letters, that could, reduce your mark in a way because someone reading this might see this as setting. If you go like this, some people write like that and then you are doing selling here. It's so bad looking. And some people as well, even when they are writing their name, the uppercase letter should be taller. If you're writing Seun Obisesan, your S should be bigger. And then O, it should be taller. So that's A noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing. That will show the examiner it's a noun. And your word spacing, of course, if you look at here, somebody was saying the space in between your words should be able to fit in an N. So let's say you're saying going, then like that, away. So if you change it in a way and then don't put it N because you're used to that, and just say away, your spacing should be, not too wide, not too close, just appropriate. But if you are the type that put too much space even in between your letters in your word, like let's say you put T-O and then you do this, but you're supposed to do this. You're saying today. This will read today. It might not make any sense to the person reading it if you don't write it like this. And as well, if you're writing, let's say you want to say bag. So your A have to, the main body of your letter should be closed. And then, because you don't know how to close your A letter, you do this. That's bog. But that's not what you initially wanted to write. But because you don't know how to close up your letter, the person, looking at your exam will think, what is she trying? I don't think they have the time to be overthinking things. If you have terrible handwriting, you need to practice. Like skills could help you. You need to practice. You can do things like this to get your hands ready. You practice. It's a bit of work because the muscle on your hand will feel there's something going on. And stick to one letter. Like some people might do this, and then, when they want to write a whole word, they put different part of, they do like this. They now do the A, they now do the N, they now do, stuff like that. That doesn't go well together. So you need to be very careful, especially in this era that we are used to typing. So a lot of us don't really know how to write properly anymore. It's a lot of work to get used to, but anything can change. You can still change. So you have to get used to writing properly. Because my own handwriting is very small. I'm not, I don't write like some people, they write like that. No, I don't write like that. No, my handwriting is not that big. So sometimes when I'm in an exam hall, if I have a page, that might be someone else's 2 pages. So typing kind of do justice to me than some people that have big handwriting. So you need to practice, because your handwriting could put you in a very difficult position. You stick to one letter from, throughout the entire writing. No, don't do this. And then do that. And some people, when they're writing, they just write like, we always say doctors, they don't, you can't, because they are doctors, they don't write properly. What are you saying there? Now, let me share with you 7 handwriting practice. so that you will not put yourself in a difficult position in any written exam. So number one, practice, practice, practice. You need to write often for your handwriting to be better. Whatever it is you're trying to be good at, you need to do it all the time. You know, practice, practice, practice. Number two, stick to one letter form in your writing. Don't use the italic and then change it to something else. Be steady, consistency in your writing. Number three, close the main body of your letters, like the example I gave there with the A. So your A doesn't look like a U. That could put you in a difficult position. Number four, word spacing. Not too wide, not too close. Don't leave extremely wide space in between a word, like we did today and today. So pay attention to this, and you can only master all this by practicing. Number five, the uppercase letters. A noun, like if the first letter have to be bigger than the rest of the letters. So it will be easier for somebody that is reading your exam papers to be able to have an understanding of where you're coming from. Number six, hanging letters have descendant. The descendant have to be clear. And the example of the buying, the Y have to be clear so it doesn't look like another U. Number seven, avoid tangled letters in the case of the buying and the selling on another line, so it doesn't look like setting instead of selling. So these are 7 ways for you to practice your handwriting. And I believe when you practice, you will be able to, master your handwriting. And the most important thing about communication, whether verbal communication or written communication, is for the person that you are passing the message on to be able to understand what you're saying. If not, there is no point. Like I will say to people, when you're writing, even to your professor, you have to say it, break it down as if the professor knows nothing. So they'll be able to you draw them in to your story, whatever it is that you're writing. So practice, and you'll be just fine. And that will correct your handwriting. If you want to be good at cooking, you have to cook all the time. So it's the same like having a readable handwriting. So I wish you every success in your exam. And if you like this video, just click the like button so I'll be able to reach more people. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and click on the bell notification button so you'll be notified when I post new video. And watch this video on your screen right now. And I'll see you again in my next video. Bye, warriors.